Good evening and welcome to our next stream, and welcome to the new home, because we are not where we were before. Welcome to home version 2. We have moved location. We now live out in the Middleland, we live on the outside of the gap now, on the other side of like the gap. Yeah, and this is the place that I've put together for us to continue the journey. It's been quite a grind over the weekend. I have been trying to progress things along so that you guys don't get too bored watching some of the grind, but obviously some of that's really been quite interesting as well. Some learning things about the character, some of the game mechanics, a little bit more. So yeah, there's just like so much to kind of go through. So I've just got a couple things that I'm just in the middle of doing at the moment. I did have a stream that I did over the weekend for EVE Online, which I may have had one or too many drinks. I now see why you don't ever normally drink and do anything that's like entertainment wise, because you watch back at it and just cringe. Like, I can hear myself slurring a bit and all sorts, but it was fun, at least, I guess. But yep, back to the Dune grind. Back to the Eve game. Well, Eve game, I'm doing some other stuff in, but with regards to with you guys, we're obviously doing the Dune journey to get to the end game, because we want to get to the end game so that we can start to do some PvP warfare and stuff like that. And I think I have a plan of what I'm going to do, because it does appear like some of the guys that join the game, I'm not sure if they're still continuing, but they've gone really silent. So I'm not sure if we're actually going to get people joining us or not anymore. Out of my friends, like they've either gone super quiet because they're really into what they were doing, or yeah, we could have a surprise later on as we get to the end game. They start coming out of the woodwork and we start doing things together. But if we don't, I do have a game plan, and I'll let you know that as we get closer to what that is. So now we do have all sorts of things. We've got some of our original stuff, so like our fabricator. Then we've got this new baby. So this is our new blood bank, is the only way I can describe it, but our blood reprocessor or refiner. That's an improved version, as you can see, the blood purifier. We've got more generators, because these second generation version 2 pieces of equipment, they eat the power that we generate even more than the other ones. So the other ones you can have like 4 or 5 before you start to see kind of like you're having to turn them, maybe 1 or 2 of them off in order to keep the actual circuit alive, because you can't go over or overload the actual circuit, because if you do that, well, all the appliances go off. So you have to keep within the total maximum that your actual power output is. So the more of these babies that you put in your circuit, or you can obviously put them on different circuits if you wanted to, then essentially the kind of like more appliances you can run at the same time. So we've got our chemical refinery, we had that in our previous place. Then we've got our ore refinery, again we had that in another place. The thing we didn't have is a repair station. So useful to be able to repair stuff rather than throw it away, or whatever. Recycling it was what I was doing, but I do still recycle, just not as much. We've now got a vehicle fabricator, so this does all the mid to high end gear stuff, and got a load of these boxes. Also we've got these slightly bigger storage boxes now, and water containers as well. Upstairs to the left, I had run out of room for generators, so I started putting them up here. This is only a short-term plan, because I am actually going to expand the space out. I don't want to bore you guys with like building stuff, unless you guys actually want to watch me come up and design the actual what I'm building, because I'm not actually taking these art designs from anyone else. I'm actually just using my own inspiration and doing that. I love doing this like type of building stuff like this. Yeah, this game's got a great mix of being able to build stuff at the same time. You know, I think I'm going to really love the end game as well, because that mixes in a bit like Rust, I guess, which is why I've watched quite a lot of Rust videos and have been quite inspired by some of like what some solo players do, and that's kind of like where I'm going to take things if we do not end up joining up with some of my friends. Up here is our recycling thing that we had in the other place. I think we had the recycling thing, didn't we? I can't remember. Maybe we did have it, maybe we didn't. I'm pretty sure we did have it. And my bedroom, because why not? Hey, like I bought this from the trader, and you could buy it. You bought it as a set, and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's have my own little bedroom. So he's got a bedroom. This is the Atreides sort of building materials. Don't down me for it. I know I'm a Harkonian, but I don't have any choice. Like, the building materials for Harkonians are non-existent. I'm hoping they come later. I have seen people who have actually built in the Harkonnen building structure stuff, but I can't find it anywhere. Like, I'm either go freaking blind. Like, maybe you get it, but later it's something that, you know, it's available at a high. The only people I generally carry cash around for is when I get my hair cut. The only people I generally carry cash around for is when I get my hair cut. And that's it again, they're literally the only people, because they still refuse to take cash. Actually, I tell you what, that and the sunbed place I go to, they're also the same. Inconvenience. To charge them. See if our stuff's still here. That's the wrong way. That's the back way. So I go the right way. Go down it again. This doesn't quite look right. Don't remember it being this steep. Where's my bike? You stole my bike. At least my death thing's still there. I'm not sure if other players can come up and take your loot. I'm assuming they would be able to in the PvP area. I'm not sure if they can actually do it in this area. Oh my god, they've literally wrecked my bike. I'm gonna have to fix my bike. Oh, Christ sakes. Always a drama. You see, we didn't even have much on us. Literally, all I dropped was the cash, which allowed us to get back this side, and no. Okay, now we need to fix the bake. Oh, I don't think I've got weld. Oh crap! I think I dropped the weld off when I went to. Oh, it still moves. I'm surprised. Like, the back track is screwed, but it will still turn-ish. It's not moving too fast, but it's moving. It's actually moving. I wasn't even expecting it to move, if I'm honest. I was expecting it to just... Look at that. Oh my god. I'd walk it back, but it might be a little bit faster to be on it. Might be able to get some weld from up here. Dropped the weld off though when we dropped all that crap on it. That's the only disadvantage when you're dropping stuff off. As if you've got stuff in your bag that you actually want to keep, but you've got stuff in a box that you also have like it'll drop it off.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
The bike. I love this game stays being annoying. Get off the bike. Thank you. I just press a freaking button for it to get off the bike. Let's see if they sell them anyway. Weld. If not, we'll have to go back and get some weld.
Still alive, are you?
Welding wire. Oh, that's actually that's actually really good priced. Better price than I was expecting. I was expecting £100 or something. 100 Solaro. That much. Probably about 50 would be about enough. Even that's probably overkill if I'm honest. Don't need that much. Oh, that's weapons. Welding wire. Oh no, yeah, that should be right. just see weapon ammunition, like. Yeah, sometimes when you're trying to cast a spell, you have to be careful how you're aiming it, because if you slightly move just as if aiming it, you kind of tend to miss them sometimes. Rarely do that, to be fair. I've done it more today than I've done it, and like the whole weekend I've been doing it. So give me your blood. I need water. I'm hoping this is an entrance to something, but it's not. Why? It's going to be above, isn't it? Oh, Christ sakes. You guarantee it, couldn't you? Really. Just what sums up my luck for today. It really does. This is not munition. Above us. Well, let's be fair, like, and the map, this is why the map's like so deceiving. Sometimes even if you get right on top of it, it still looks like hardly much there. Like sometimes that could be a slope and just be a slope up. This time, that is not a slope up. that's like one big cliff. But that does not look like a cliff on that. I've looked on the map sometimes, and you look at that, and you'll go, yeah, that's going to be a cliff. You get to it and it's not. It's literally just a slope going up, and you can walk up it, or if you're on a bike, just bike up it. It's so crazy, this game, how they've done their maps. They've not made it look very obvious where the cliffs definitely are and where paths are or aren't. We're lucky on this occasion that there's a path pretty close that looks like it goes up. I'm sure they do this on purpose as well, because I did this when I was trying to get to the tradies place. I didn't realise where it was. I was just like following it on the map, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll just do my normal thing, hug the end of the sand thing, and I did all that all the way around, and then realised it was at the very top of cliffs, and like the cliffs, they're like 10 times as big as those ones. And I'm like, okay, I'll try and climb it. Oh no. I spent about half an hour, and then I was just like, no, this isn't possible. There's no way you can climb this. There just isn't enough little places like this where you can get off and rest. So here I can kind of do this, waste a bit, and because I'm pretty close to that, it'll drop onto that. Now if you try and drop, you'll tend to miss that, so the idea is when you get close to somewhere like this where you can ledge off, just try and burn off the rest of your energy. Just go left and right, burn off the little bits, get your energy bar back up. Also make sure you've got plenty of water, because essentially you kind of get better bonus refresh rates on your bar on your left hand side. So that green bar, you see it's gone all the way up to the top, but then it goes on to the second part. The more you're into those second layers, so at the moment that's got one bonus, but you can get up again and it'll do a second bonus, and it'll go more close to halfway, so you almost get like a 1.5. So when you're trying to climb cliffs like this, that's your stamina essentially to climb up, before you obviously, if you get to the end, you drop off if you run out of stamina. So it's really good if you can try and to keep that to as high as possible, which means that you then need to make sure you keep your water levels up, because that's what essentially determines that, and obviously along with your skills as well. Just trying to work out whether or not I have enough. I'll burn up a little bit more stuff. Do the little pokey. Or just drop down like that. Yeah. Ow. That's bigger than I was expecting. I've been here before. Yeah, I came here before. The last time I came here, there was no one here. Literally, the whole place was deserted. Someone must have cleared it out just before I got there, because I was like, it's like not even one NPC there was last time, and I was like, is everyone sleeping? What's happening? I literally just went around the whole place. There's like special treasure and all sorts here, and loot that you can get, and I got the whole lot and enough to fire a shot and completed a mission at the same time. And I was just like, wow, that's mental. Only in an online game, you'd never be able to do that in the first person, like just a normal game, single player. See, that's the Sacrifices camp, but that's not the camp, so I don't think it's actually the camp we need to go into. Which I'm half relieved, because that camp is huge. But we do need to get around it though, because it's on the opposite side of the camp. We need to go. What's kind of funny but not funny, I do actually have a respawn point around here. If we die, at least we can respawn. Just to see if it's the... Oh, it might not be here actually. It's just around, somewhere around here. Obviously not there anymore. Yeah, that looks like it's on the ground, doesn't it? What's the bet that we get there and it's up the cliff? And that's the problem with some of these mission things as well. They kind of have hover parts on the map and they're not fixed. So depending on the angle you look at, the marker moves, and it's really quite annoying because sometimes you can't work out whether or not it's at the bottom of a cliff or is it the top of the cliff. Like this, I've got a feeling it is at the top, although before it did look like it was down here. It did look like it's one of those hovering ones, and you notice, like, look at that, come on. That's actually not too bad, but he says. Some of the cliffs I've seen, it's not too bad. My only relief in this game is the fact that you can climb, because in a lot of games you can't even climb. But you'd see this and you'd be like, okay, I need to find a way around. Feeling parched. Yep, so am I. In real life. It is hot in the UK today. It's actually supposed to be hotter tomorrow. It's supposed to get up to 35 Celsius. Not looking forward to that. I have got aircon, but it's not like the best aircon, so it struggles when I'm playing a computer that probably puts out more heat than the aircon pushes out cold air. They're survival tents if you didn't wonder what these are. You can actually make these yourself, but yeah, you can make them in a fabricator, a survival fabricator. And apparently, I've not tried one yet, but apparently you can get in them, and they'll restore your water to a certain level. Like obviously, it's not going to give you perfect, but it will restore it back to a certain degree. Hoping it's up here because I've just climbed all this for no reason. So yeah, I see a light, and that's normally a good sign that like we're going in the right direction. And there's a series of lights, which is always a good thing as well. Leading us the way, like our little like paper trail. It's like a light pointing up. There's a hint, hint, go upwards. Subtle hints. The mission just to get to the missions. Really, it's like so bad. Well, actually, I love all this, the exploring parts. It's just yeah. They could fill it out a little bit, having like a little bit more, I don't know, stuff going on, and have it a little bit less kind of empty in the middle parts. That's what it feels like a bit. Get up, get up. Did sign up for rock climbing lessons today. I wanted to go for a mission. At least someone to kill. Need the blood. Oh, that's the easiest loot ever. Oh, more lights. I was thinking, wow, you could not tell me that is it. My worst nightmare was that literally like nothing. You get there, there's your loot. Now you can go. It's like, yeah, that's not a mission. Like rock climbing, as fun as it can be in real life, it's like I don't want to play a game of just climbing rocks. This is the game of climbing though. It's like very rarely do I not have to climb somewhere. I love climbing, but this is killing my any climbing urge that I may normally have had or wanted in another game. I've always like, yeah, I've had quite a few like this style game where it'd be like, oh, it'd be really good if your character could climb, then I wouldn't have to go all the way around. They've made that game. And now I've got it, I'm like, I'm not sure I actually really want this much climbing. Like, so much climbing. And there's no enemies. Where the hell is everyone?
By the Maker, brother. Is it not just as the elders described it?
Some shield
A giant beast of rock, perched on the shield wall with a menacing scowl. Always we are forbidden to climb the Sentinel. Just focus on the trials and come home safely, they say. But I know they are secretly proud when we climb high on the beast's shoulders and leave our mark, just as many have done before. I have made my mark, little brother. But I will go one better and leave this recording for you to find when your time comes to face the trials of Akal.
Get into some shade somewhere. There's some shade. End up roasting to death. And water really isn't lasting very long. The thing that now we're in the day, like I can't even see any lights where you're gonna go. It's gotta be up. The only thing. So up somewhere. it's only like supposed to tell where to go up. Just glad they made some like little holy areas that you can climb into and get some respite from that sun. Else we would be literally scorching ourselves right now. Maybe there's someone ahead of us clearing everything. I don't know. Doesn't feel right. It always feels like that last mission I mentioned where I literally just walked around the place, but when you look at it now, it is teeming with people. I just hope I'm going the right way. Really no idea. I need to get in the shade. Whoa, down. Get down, get down. I feel like I've gone the wrong way. Up to the stone sentinel. So the sentinel will be the very top. But I'm guessing you have to go round. On there. Off the rock. Literally. Out dying. Please. Oh my god, I'm literally in the sun. Get down. Not that down. Shade. Shade now. And heck's sakes. When you don't get the shade and you get that going on, you can just see your water levels literally just evaporating. I think we just lost tons of water then. God. What a day. When you have days like this, you just want to log off. Log off and then log on another day when you know it's going to be nicer. But days like this where it's just never ending. Torture. I'm pretty sure we're off track here. This cannot be the right way out. Now we're on track, because here's back with some ropes and stuff. There's a nice little cave that doesn't quite give us enough shade. Give me some shade! Race these. There's a rock. That's some shade. Fuck's sake, let's get in. I've literally got hardly any water left. Not good. Feeling parched. I know I am. Stay still. Wait for the sun to go down. I'm actually quite tempted to take this rock out, but it's my shade. Do not do that, James. So there's a rope going up there. So We may have gone off track, but we've got back on track somehow. Pure luck. The only thing when you're climbing like this is... What? Yeah. Beeping round. Actually, it probably gets on that rock now, and it's better. Might be in the shade. Nope. Not in the shade. Apparently not. Oh, actually, I think it's not. It's round. Come on, run. Just in time before we start baking again. I've got no more water left. What beer? I don't think you can drink this though. I've tried drinking anything with spice in before, and normally it tends to say you cannot do this at this point. Like, why not? Yeah, can't consume spice in this current state. Now I've done it with perfect health before as well, so it's not the fact that our health isn't perfect, although probably increase that and put it near to there and press it again, and still doesn't make sense. That how the hell do you use it? I should look it up, but yes. So I see a piece of rock there, so I'm guessing that rope means I'm climbing here. And up here. You know, I am feeling this character right now. I'm just like that hot. Can we make it? No. Wait. I need to get some. Just in time. We're literally down to the bare bones in our suit. The absolute bacon in that suit. Getting so obsessed with like trying to be cool. Well, it's climbing up here because obviously there's a light point up there, and then oh, if we're gonna get to the top before we actually die first, but we'll give it a go. One thing I'm going to try and do before we die is see if I can make... Nope, I can't make one of them. And we are literally... like the last bit of water in our suit. I said that last time, but I think that really is the last time we get water in our suit. You know, one thing you shouldn't really do. That's this leapfrogging thing that everyone tends to do, but it is the worst way of climbing them. It's not very efficient. cutscene for the last few seconds.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I'm actually going to go down only because, well, essentially, I'm going to die anyway, and I basically don't want to have to get my body. I want to get my body in a place where easier to get hold of. It's been one of those days.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I don't know how I got that much water, but I don't know if it's because you like when you come down you get water off the thing. I have no idea. Condensation maybe. All I know is I need to go and get some water ASAP. Some more plants. We're saved. I was expected to die then. I was just trying to get my body somewhere that where I was going to be able to retrieve my stuff. But I didn't really want to. I didn't fancy climbing all the way back up that again. Look at that. Someone's put a ledge literally halfway up. Well, over halfway up. That is one mammoth hill, that, or mountain. What the hell? How the hell might you want to call that thing? Wow.
Sector weather
Like,
alert. A large sandstorm
we're gonna have to get
is
some
approaching.
serious amount of water next before we do that one next. Which, yeah, we haven't got time to do that now. Well, today has been an absolutely epic adventure of doing no missions, even though that's our whole goal for today and the whole of this week is to do missions. I just died. Don't forget, it's yeah, so yeah, we've literally not done the one thing we came out to do today, and that was to run loads of missions and essentially level up our character more. I don't think we've even got one extra level. No, I did run a mission. However, these things do try us, and you have to just keep persevering on it. Today wasn't my luck, but next luck will happen tomorrow. So I'm gonna cut the stream short now, and leave you here while I go off, backtrack to the house, restock, get everything ready, get everything set up for tomorrow, and then when we pick up tomorrow, you're about to see where we are. Hopefully, I will maybe even do a little bit before you come on. I come on the stream, and get us a bit closer so that we're not having to waste all the time that we did today. Just trying to get to a place. At least I know where this is this time, so I think I know a short way of getting here, and we'll do that next time rather than that epic journey that we had just to get to this hill. And we got to the hill and literally, yeah, maybe do this at night as well when there's like less sun around, and then you're not burning through water like nobody's business, because when you climb as well you also use a lot of water up because you're obviously using your energy levels, and your energy levels just help burn through the water a lot faster. But being in that sun, literally, as you could see, the water was just you know, because you weren't finding shade fast enough, you're just literally burning through your water supplies faster than you can drink it, even with the suit on. So it is what it is. It's a learning curve. If you're ever coming up that mountain, is what we'll call it, big spire type thing, yeah, make sure you do it at night when the sun's not around, because if you don't do that, you're gonna need to carry a ton of water with you, and you'll probably use every drop of it just trying to get the top. I think we got, like, I really do think we got, like, so we were obviously way above that thing because we dropped onto it. I think we were like at least 3/4 of the way up. Like, we must have been. Must have been. Oh well. Till next time, guys. Thanks very much. Peace out. All the best. And yeah, normally I hit the close out button, but one of those days.